So let me ask the ladies a question to evolve this conversation away from the arguing. Do we think that and Neff, you causing a lot of these arguments tonight, big dog.
Sorry.
You are, fam.
So let me ask y'all these
I get
questions.
paid for this.
Do y'all think
I
that
get paid for this.
in regards to the women first?
No, I get paid over there.
Aye.
Sorry.
Women, for the ladies first. Do y'all think that today that men, in regards to value, do you think that men are devalued today? Or do you think that men are still looked at in the same sense they were like your father?
I don't know.
Nah.
Why?
Nah.
Now what?
The feminist movement. That's the thing that comes to mind. The feminist movement. They want to be the head of the household. Why they don't want the men to be the head of the household? They look at them as less. Like they look at them like you can't really lead me. Like,
I got that.
You're not taking us nowhere. So let me be the head, because I'm finna take us more than you can.
All right, so let me ask the fellas. Have men taken a step back?
Yes.
Oh man.
Like when we in regards to this feminist movement that has taken when would we say this started? In the 90s, in the 80s, or in the 2000s?
I want to say 80s going into the 90s. I say late 80s.
So let me ask y'all a serious question. I want y'all to be very real with me. Do y'all think they have reason? Do y'all think that they are justified for taking more of a leadership role in regards to the women?
A leadership role within a household?
I mean, just the whole feminist movement
I just felt like when they were saying like the pay raise and the like try to say like men are more qualified for certain jobs, but like the whole household thing, it's like,
You know what? When it comes to the pay raise, certain things, like there's nothing we can do about it, because that's how literally how our system, sadly, that's how it runs. When it comes like to soccer, women like the women's soccer games don't get much views.
Yeah, like even like with WWE.
But we win a lot more.
Yeah.
We win a lot more, but we don't make money off of that. We make money off of how many people actually sit down and watch it.
Or purchase tickets.
To
streaming.
That's like with TV shows, though.
Yeah, true. That's why I don't know. I don't understand, but that's just how.
I think the feminist
That's
system is.
not even just the system. That's just people too.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you want to go?
Why are you not talking to your mic?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's not just the system. That's the people. Why don't you want to go watch a woman play basketball or play soccer?
No, but okay, stay right there.
It's boring.
Women are not, but the thing is, women are not supporting women. Why are women looking for men to support them in sports?
Regular women don't watch sports. What's a regular woman?
So you can't knock men for not wanting to watch women
but
play
guys
sports.
like sports.
The majority of viewers for
sports
sports are men.
Yeah, but the thing is,
we
boring.
prefer watching men play sports.
Why?
Because that's what we grew up watching. Why don't y'all start watching women play?
If women are mostly into doing hair, watching this.
No, but why with this whole feminist movement, why aren't you guys supporting those that which stood out and say, you know what, we want our own league, WNBA? Why aren't women supporting that?
You know why, Noid? Because I don't think the feminist movement is designated for all women. I think the feminist movement for me was designated mostly for white women. And the reason why I say that is because if you look back then, like that black lady was with that black dude, and that black dude wasn't bringing that big boy income like that white dude. So I feel like, to me, it was designated for the white women, and I feel like white women wanted other women to join them to go ahead and make it like a popular thing, a propaganda. So they go to the black women and be like, hey, we trying to get our women together. That's when they're trying to bring unity. But I feel like the intent it ain't for black women. Because the reason why I say that, because when black women start their business versus the white women starting their business, bro, it's two different journeys, bro. Two different journeys. And those who are black owners of anything, especially black ladies, you see the type of struggles they go through versus white women.
But there's a lot of things out here for them, though.
I'm just letting you.
There's a lot of.
I'm letting you know.
But
that feminist movement ain't made for black women.
I mean, I partially agree because.
I don't know.
So you don't agree?
Partially. Because,
partiality.
when women started to work, like when they allowed women to work, it was only white women that was allowed to work, not
Yeah.
black women.
No, I feel like wasn't it black women the last ones to be
Yeah, the
to,
last
to
of
get
everything.
anything? Yeah.
Even for
Those-
voting and all that.
Yeah, no. Even black men was ahead of black women.
Mm-hmm.
Like white women, all of that. They were all. They
Probably
literally
let the dog
all.
go vote before they
All of them before we could.
So who did the feminist movement really benefit?
Personally, for me, the feminist movement
Nonsense.
was created to destroy the black household.
Mm-hmm.
First, we have to have an understanding of what the feminist movement means to each one of us. And I'm listening and I'm hearing. And the whole root of the foundation was to destroy the whole movement and the patriarchal role of the black male. And it started back in the 40s, the feminist movement. So what they did now, this is
What, World War II?
I think it was post World War II.
Yeah.
This is Americana history that we're tapping into, whereas they tried. When you look at the feminist movement, it was started by someone who has a background, based on my research, who is she wrote books about hating black kids and all of that stuff. The main woman behind it, you could go do your due diligence.
Was it Margaret Sanger?
Whoever I believe so, if I'm not mistaken.
She was cahoots with Adolf Hitler. That's another topic.
So hold on a second. So we staying on track with the feminist definition and the whole patriarchal role of the males. We could quantify it to black males because I live in the black reality. That it was to me to destroy. And then what happens, the orchestrators of reality, because we are in a dome and we only have X amount of power based on what is pushed into this dome that we're in.
Right.
So the orchestrators of reality figured out that in order for us to remain on the social hierarchy, we have to destroy homes. We have to take the black male figure out of there. And then we have to create a pop culture narrative.
Distractions.
And now I'm bringing you. See, I'm bringing you along the timeline.
Yeah.
From the 40s to the 50s to the 60s. Now move forward to the 70s. We got April. What was this woman name? Oprah. So they, based on marketing, good publicity, they created this replica. And this is the image of new age black America, corporate chick, go to school, do this, go to college. So to add to what you're saying about feminism and the feminist movement, it was basically designed to take from my standpoint, the black male patriarch out of it. So I would like to conclude by saying that's my take on feminism movement. It may be differ because I kind of like trace it along a timeline from the origin with the whole industrial movement, all of that stuff leading up to where we at today.
Okay.
And then you look at the whole effeminization of the culture. All of that is a part of feminization, in my opinion. And even to the music is for a feminization. The lyrics, the dress code. I mean, you seen dudes wearing pants like they can't even hang. You know, with all due respect to the women in here, you know, it's just so feminine.
I mean,
Can a man be a feminist?
No, come on, then you gotta be a L. You.
No, I'm just asking the question.
What you about to say?
I'm asking, can a man be a feminist? Like, can he be a feminist? I know the word feminine. You know what I'm saying? But can he be a feminist?
like
Nah,
pro
they might
like
be.
pro female basically.
Yeah.
Can he?
Can he? Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Fine,
so
take me.
feminist that's a bar. What you call it? So the feminist movement, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a woman to be like, you know, like I guess for it, or can you be a guy who's like, yo, let's go, pro female.
Let's ask the women that's in the room. How do y'all feel about that?
Can a guy be a feminist?
I think they can.
Okay.
No, he definitely can.
Is that a gender thing, or is it just a political point of view thing?
I think it's a political
Microphone.
point of view.
Even if you Google it, they'll say a man can be a feminist, pro woman. You're pro everything that goes along with women.
Okay.
But like I just said, the men will call him a pick me.
Okay.
So with that being said, man, I would like to add on to what was said in regards to the perspectives of understanding that broken household is something that I don't think we sit down and actually calculate how the household of the black household was actually destroyed. And to continue on where my boy left off in around the 70s, and then you get to the 90s and you think about how drugs became basically the sole provider from finances for a lot of these households. And once people started realizing that drugs could make money, and the government started seeing that, bringing these drugs in can help out.
And what happened? War on drugs.
Exactly.
Clinton was in office when that happened.
And then what occurred right there, I mean, I don't know what the percentage is, but it got to be well over 20% of black men were basically incarcerated when you really start looking at the numbers. And when we think about these things at that moment in time, when we think about the 80s and 90s, those children are now the adults of this age. Like those children from the 80s and 90s that were in these households that were first affected, that were first taking the fathers out of the household. These are the children these are the men and women that are 30 and 80 and 40 years old today. And we just look at how they have been basically the pushers of this feminist movement. Because the feminist movement may have began in the 40s, but I don't think it really grew the traction until the Me Too movement and all these things which occurred in the 2000s when they really started getting people behind them. And at that moment, we look at the direction at which society has gone in, we've definitely taken a left. So with people, to get back to this conversation, I guess we're going to end it out on the pick me. I don't think that we should bash one person for wanting tradition. We've had conversations in the past about gender roles, and we've understood, today that these conversations have evolved to the point that women are proposing to men. And for some women that would say that no, that's not right, you'll call that woman a pick me because she's saying that it's not right for women to propose. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've just taken a total left, man, and I think we're going off the cliff, but we just going to continue to pray for the generation and pray that we are able to, at least within our community, hold on to our morals and hold on to our values, and we're going to strengthen that, you know what I'm saying, by actually living it as well. Anybody have any last thoughts on this pick me feminist conversation before we take a little break and come back to another one?
I just want to say, pick me means looking for brownie points, saying something you don't believe in for brownie points from the opposite sex. That's it.
And I'll say, continue speaking the truth, despite who calls you a pick me.
Even though he'll call you one himself.
All right, we're going to take that little break, man.
20-second break.
Man. Yeah.
What's happening, fam? It's your boy Cam, one of the cast members of Late Night Love Ties. You can catch us at Believe TV Productions on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, get in tune with us. And if you want to catch us live, you can go on Late Night TV on Instagram, and you can just come chat with us. Holla.